The sound of freedom. What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Tonight we're going to be doing some stuff with the Benelli M4. Now, it's been a little while since we've done some videos on the M4, and that's really because this is such an expensive shotgun. I've had it for about a year. I really didn't want to start dumping more money into it after the initial purchase because it is so damn expensive. Now, the Benelli M4 is an amazing shotgun, arguably the best combat shotgun on the market, and I believe it is. I'm not here to convince you that it is. If you've never had any experience with an M4, please find somebody that has one and go to the range and shoot that thing. These are amazing shotguns. They really do speak for themselves. And yes, it is an expensive shotgun. A lot of people would say it's overpriced. But guys, when you get the real deal shotgun or the real deal AR, you're gonna pay a little bit. So what we're going to be doing with the Benelli M4 is installing the factory Benelli brand 7-round magazine tube. Now, there are a lot of great magazine tube options on the market, but in my opinion, I wanted to keep this thing as close to a factory Benelli M1014 as possible, and I really couldn't do that. It's impossible because I do have to put 922R compliance parts on this gun, which aren't going to be Benelli factory parts, but the magazine tube was something that I could get away with. Now, in this video, we're not going to be going over all the 922R compliant laws. There are a lot of videos out there explaining all of the laws, telling you what you need to do. Basically, if you swap this part, you need this amount of 922R parts, things like that. But if that is a video you guys would like to see me do and kind of go over how I got my Benelli M4 compliant with upgrading parts, definitely let me know down in the comment section below. So the first thing that I did when I got this shotgun was install the Benelli factory buttstock. Now, in my opinion, this is really what makes a Benelli M4 have that Benelli M4 look, the fully adjustable buttstock, and this thing is absolutely awesome. Now, are they expensive? They are very expensive. Brand new, these things come in, I think, a little bit over 250 bucks, but I was lucky enough to find a guy on a forum selling this stock used. I want to say I paid like around $100, so I got a really good deal on this buttstock. I jumped on that, and I'm very happy that I did find that deal. Now, the next upgrade that we made to the Benelli M4 was this BenelliParts.net trigger. The trigger does come in 3 pieces: your trigger shoe, your hammer, and your sear. Each piece does count as a 922R compliant part, so that's really nice, but man, there's not many options for triggers out there, and especially because it's a 922R compliant part, this trigger came in right about $200. But the only other option out there is a Freedom Fighter tactical trigger, and that thing runs like $239. So no matter what, you're gonna have to spend a little bit of coin on a shotgun that already cost a heck of a lot of money. But I can say that the trigger does feel good, installation wasn't bad, and if you guys would like to see an install video on the trigger, because it is a little bit complicated, I'd be happy to do a video on that as well. Moving on from there, the next 2 upgrades that we have on this shotgun are both from Tango Arms, and the first thing is this Tango Arms charging handle. Now, this does look like a Salient Arms charging handle, but the thing about that is Salient Arms does do Benelli modifications, whether it's M4s, M2s, and they do have a charging handle very similar to this. Now, this one is different in a few different ways. I'm not going to get into all of the specs right now, but they do not offer it as an aftermarket upgrade. So what happened was, me and Mike came up with the idea of creating an awesome charging handle, had a company make some of them, and we really liked them. So now Mike is offering these charging handles over at TangoArms.com. The next upgrade I made to this Benelli M4 was stippling the foregrip. Now, I just mentioned Mike over at TangoArms.com. I actually do a little bit of work with Mike. He's become a really close friend. And what we do is we offer stippling for the Benelli M4 foregrips. We also do a lot of Benelli M2 stuff. Some of the M2 stocks, like guys for 3-gun, things like that. We do the stippling on the stocks. We do stippling on Benelli M4 stocks that are like your classic shotgun style stock. But the Benelli M4 foregrip stippling is definitely something that has begun to take off. It's really keeping me busy. I'm the only one that does the stippling for Tango Arms, and I don't stipple frames or anything like that. We strictly stick to Benelli M4 foregrips, and I've done like Lucas over at T-Rex Arms. I've done his M4. I've done a lot of these foregrips in the past 6 to 8 months, somewhere in there. And honestly, this is something that helps quite a bit while shooting this gun. Very powerful gun. It will shoot 12 gauge as fast as you can pull that trigger. So being able to get any little bit of extra grip really helps out. Now with all that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start the installation on the 7-round magazine tube from BenelliParts.net. Now unfortunately, if you're watching this video on YouTube, this is where I have to cut the video, do the installation, and then I will come back and show you guys once it's all installed. But if you're watching this on another platform, let's go ahead and get into the install.
1 hour later.
And that's exactly what the Benelli M4 is supposed to look like. Now guys, like I said, I've had this shotgun for a little over a year now, and it has taken me a while to do some of these upgrades, but they're not cheap. I know, AR-15s, AKs, Glocks even. There are a lot of things on the market that are not cheap these days, but the Benelli M4 is a rather expensive platform. So, with this being done, this is honestly probably the best upgrade that I've made to this shotgun. It really changes everything about it, going from that 7-round capacity up into 9 rounds of 12 gauge as fast as you can pull the trigger. This thing is an absolute beast. Now if you are watching this video on a platform besides YouTube, I hope you guys did enjoy the install of this magazine tube. If you have any further questions or in the middle of it, need something, definitely shoot me an email, send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, and I'd be glad to get back with you. But if you are watching this video on YouTube and want to see the full installation of the 7-round magazine tube, be sure to follow me at those links below. Guys, we have been doing a ton of awesome builds. We have a lot of build and installation videos coming up, so it really would mean a lot to me if you guys go down in the video description, follow me at those links listed below. Also check out GlockGuy226.com to keep up with the latest discount codes, product links, build videos, no matter what platform I'm uploading on, because sometimes I upload a video to Dailymotion, Facebook, or Gunstreamer that I can't put on YouTube, and sometimes I put a video on YouTube that I don't upload on the other platforms. So if you guys want to keep up with all of those videos, subscribe to my email list over at GlockGuy226.com. I also want to give BenelliParts.net a huge thank you for sending out the magazine tube. I look forward to seeing how this thing will run, and we will definitely do some range videos with this setup. It's just now starting to get nice out here in Indiana, so we will be able to hit the range a lot more. And definitely be expecting a few more videos in the near future on the Benelli M4. I have a few more upgrades that we will be making, and you definitely don't want to miss the Benelli M4 upgrade series. But that's going to wrap it up for tonight. If you guys have any further questions on the Benelli M4 or anything in general, definitely leave it down in the comment section below. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.